eventually there's no value because of the problem of inflation. So we should address those things as oil theft, corruption in government, the issues of forex. Those are the issues we should address. And naturally, if you're able to drop your rate of inflation to single digits, maybe like 9 or 10%, then we can begin to talk of, okay, maybe increment of salaries and all of that. But for now, that's an escapist.
Our revenue debt, ratio.
It's not even looking good. So we are not talking of that. You're looking at salary raise. You're not going to waste time doing that.
Well, Labour and Employment Minister Senator Chris Ngige dropped the hint at the public presentation of a compendium of Nigeria Labour Congress at 40 publication titled Contemporary History of Working Class Struggles.
I think he just wanted to tell them what they would like to hear. I think he's not really serious about the salary raise at this time.
Well, he said the adjustment has become imperative to reflect what is happening across the globe. More details on page 4.
You just want to tell them. You see the forum. He needs to tell them what they want to hear. The easiest thing to tell workers, Sandra, is that we are going to increase your salary. So just hear what. Just let me tell you what you want to hear. Yeah. Well, I'm sure in the inner part of his mind, he's just joking. That won't happen. Just faffing around with it.
More details on page 4 of the Nation newspaper. Moving on now, we also have there's a picture. Students block Lagos Airport Road over ASU strike. That's on page 5. And also have here PDP crisis. Dismissing Wike dangerous. Autumn warns. So Benue State Governor Samuel Autumn has warned PDP about the consequence of injustice against his River State counterparts in some Wike. So he blamed the leadership of the party for the mismanagement of the presidential convention.
Was he not the chairman of the committee?
And non-resolution of the primary crisis.
Who was the chairman of the committee to resolve the
Samuel
issue?
Autumn.
So
remember that he had a different statement from what the panel submitted.
You don't understand.
I can't forget.
Was he not the chairman of the committee that was supposed to resolve the issue of the primaries, zoning and all of those issues at that time?
Yeah, but he was a member of this committee.
As a chairman.
As he released a statement.
Okay.
And then the committee released another statement.
And so what did he do then when that happened?
It was out of his hands.
Okay, all right. Let him bring it back now.
I don't even know what I'm saying. Well, as it is now, he's warning that dismissing Wike's dismissing Wike is not good for the party. That's what he's saying. That is.
They got their PDP.
Yes.
Their
so help them. More details on page 28 of the Nation, and we also have why I killed my Nigerian lover. Chinese says, I'm interested in this one because they said the lady left him or so, and then that was what happened. But let's see what he is now saying. Maybe it's different from what they are saying, or maybe they lied
against him.
Yes. Okay. So now no. Well, he disclosed why he stabbed her, and he's saying that he said he did it because he was betrayed.
Oh,
that's all. It was served breakfast and he decided to
serve dinner.
Thank you very much. It's unfortunate what happened. More details on page.
We'll have his time in court to go and say that.
More details on page 28 of the Nation. Something also interesting follows. Why no policeman can slap civilian, and is in quote. And that's on page 29. So let's see who is making that
statement here.
Yes, and that's coming from Femi Alliance on surviving COVID-19 and beyond. Mr. Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, had him that a policeman has a right to slap a civilian.
Maybe he was joking, or maybe it was quoted out of context. That can never be.
That's interesting.
Slap.
So the lawyer has urged Adejobi to withdraw that statement.
He should, if he said that.
And he said, and I'm quoting, open quote, if the statement is not withdrawn within the next 24 hours, the Inspector General of Police, IGP, Mr. Usman Alkali, should not hesitate to replace Mr. Adejobi with another police officer who has unqualified respect for the fundamental rights of the Nigerian people.
Again, I'm trying to make excuses for the police spokesperson, but as a spokesperson, again, yesterday we were talking about the last press release.
I don't know. Spokespeople, didn't think they
just. We have someone in Lagos doing a good job. I have to give it to them.
Amazing job. No,
really,
the spokesperson for Lagos Command.
I think somehow has a good understanding of what PR should be.
It's unfortunate, what we hear, because let me read what Mr. Adejobi said that warranted this
reaction from Falana.
So he said, if a policeman should slap a civilian, the person has no right to retaliate.
Okay.
Even if a policeman not in uniform slaps a civilian, the civilian has no right to retaliate. More so, if he is in uniform, it's an act of disrespect to Nigeria to beat an officer in uniform. The disrespect is not to the police now, is that that statement is hard.
Mr. Femi Falana SAN has said. And these post people I think they need some form of training when it comes to understanding perception. Yeah. When you make statement, there's what we call perception. Now, you should talk more about urging your officers, inciting them to look. When you do this, the other guy cannot do anything. Remember that we have not gotten to a situation in the country. Thank God that we have mobile phones now, so you have citizens who are not bold enough to record things, and that's why you see that in recent time we've seen police officers dismissed and all of that. But and they are so truthful with what they do, in the sense that you can call for a review of the video of what happens when you are interacting with a police officer. We don't have that situation in the country. So if, for example, a policeman slaps you now, how do you demand for your rights? How do you complain? What do you do?
According to Adejobi,
you should just be looking. So even slaps your right cheek, turn the left. Exception he was trying to create with that statement. Again,
well, just as you have asked, Falana is saying that Adejobi's alleged position is highly inciting and provocative, which has subject them to other forms of torture without any challenge whatsoever.
Sandra, the issue of perception I'm just talking about. I think all the spokespersons, as they may want to call them, should take a course. I don't want to advertise for NIPR, but they should just take at least a 3-month course in public relations. It's very important to help them.
NIPR is Nigeria now.
Yeah, but at least it would help. No. It's a body that handles issue of public relations training and all of that. A 3-month course would help these guys.
But at the end of the day, in one word, Lorocon, is that nobody has right to slap anybody.
When you give statements, you must understand the problem of perception. It's very key, contextually, and then the issue of perception. So you have to be careful what you say.
All right, so more details on
the ordinary policeman now. Yes, if I say they can't slap me back now, I'll slap anybody.
After all, our national spokesman
nobody can slap us back.
More details on page 29. Moving on, flood. 13 states to stockpile food, evacuate residents. Right after that, Kenji Shiroro.
We are having our own trouble in Ogun State, so
yes,
parts of Ogun State
is wreaking serious havoc as it is now, because the rains have intensified. All right, teacher gets 7-year jail term for harassing female pupil. Should they start doing mental evaluation for teachers too, and lecturers?
Especially teachers who have access.
What's happening to the boys either?
So how do you do about doing that?
I don't know, because before you employ a teacher, maybe. So
what do you do? How do you? Is there
just as you do medical evaluation?
Is there a mental check that can be done to ascertain if somebody is a pedophile, for example?
By the grace of
things, and for anybody that has a girl child, for example, you have that worry in your mind that it's always scary
Fuad, boys are also being harassed.
I know, but it's more of the female child now.
Let's not downplay
the boy, part of the boy child.
Yes, because it makes them feel like whatever happens to them is supposed
nobody
to be
takes
normal.
It seriously. Okay,
yes. Right. So let's people should leave children alone.
But I think it should be more of monitoring. I think maybe schools can do more with CCTV. In classrooms, and I think school owners, proprietors need to also do more. They should be available. I've seen situations where proprietors.
What about parents to
they're
child?
Also having conversation with their kids.
Education, orientation.
Be more available. Let your kids be able to talk to you. Watch out for them. Look at change in their behavior and all of that. So that if there's a problem, you can quickly identify it and solve it.
Page 6 has more details of that. Now, above the masthead of the Nation newspaper, I have to move very quickly. Now, Bishop Kuka, I paid 30 million naira ransom for my priest. I remember then that, DME was asking questions that how were these people released, what happened, and so many, what did they pay money and all of that. So Bishop Kuka is making it clear that he actually paid a certain amount.
There was a time I think the police authorities and the government were saying, people should not come out to say they're paying ransom. It will enable and embolden kidnappers to think it's a lucrative thing to do. I think people are now coming out to say, look, we can't continue to hide behind the finger. We can't continue to live in denial. This is what is happening. Of course, the story of the Abidjan Cardinal train kidnappers is out there. A lot of them paid as much as 100 million naira to get for their families to get them back home. So this is at least nobody would say Father Kuka is lying. He's an elder statesman. He has seen it all in the country. Bishop Kuka, sorry. So it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. Yeah.
Still an unfortunate. Well, more details of that on page 28. But still, as regards kidnapping and ransom payments, Evans
it got in 21 years.
Was Evans is jailed for 21 years for kidnapping and collecting $420,000. More details on page 6.
But there are parts of his charge that talked about some of his victims who were killed in all of this kidnapping spree.
So there are other counts in his charge, and so
because the action yesterday from a lot of people was that the 21 year was too small,
too
lenient compared to the crimes and the things he has done. But that's what the court has decided. We'll see whether he's going to appeal. I think he still has a chance to appeal that judgment.
Did they do Paru? Okay.
No, it depends on what the judgment is.
I will ask my lawyers. More details on page 6. Prudential Zenith Life Insurance profit hits 1.13 billion naira. And that's on page 7. NDLEA seizes 193 billion naira drug in raid of Lagos wardrobe.
I'm sure you saw that.
Where else?
You saw that story yesterday.
Buba Marwa, I think we should do more with Buba Marwa. We should maximize
the potential of that man.
We should maximize Marwa at this time.
We're underusing him.
Well, no, he's not being utilized enough. You need to do more.
When I saw that story yesterday, Sandra, in Ikorodu here, and over a cocaine stock of 193 billion naira.
Yeah. In that Ikorodu.
This same Ikorodu.
That they have, that issue of street gangs and cults and stuff.
What just beats me is that the syndicate is that big in Nigeria.
That's just one warehouse.
Just one.
That's just one. Fuad. And you have billions and billions of naira.
What 193 billion? You know what 93 billion naira is, Sandra?
No, I've not seen it before.
I'm just saying that, you see that my mouth is still open. Mara is doing a lot of work.
Well, Mara is doing a whole lot of work, and I
saw the statement by Baba Femi, spokesperson, saying that, look, they have just started. I think we just have to commend him. He's doing a wonderful job. How I wish we can throw him into the oil sector. How I wish.
That's okay.
We need somebody to go into that place and scatter things.
While the president is still the Minister of Petroleum.
That one is just
it's okay.
It's just like a ceremonial thing.
It's okay. It's all right. Thank you very much, Fad. I appreciate you. Let's move on to the Punch newspaper. We don't have so much time, so we're going to be rushing. Apologies, I'm going to be rushing you a bit.
No problem.
The major headline from the Punch newspaper: Queen Elizabeth's funeral. So this is what Punch is pinning Punch.
It's a global thing, yeah.
Yes, that's the major headline, and there's a lot of pictures on the front page.
Beautiful to see, yeah.
World leaders, over 4 billion audience bid farewell. And you have riders, Truss, Boris Johnson, Blair, 4 other ex-prime ministers pay last respect.
They were all together, yeah.
May, Theresa May, and
Boris Johnson,
yes, Tony Blair,
yeah,
everybody, yes. Obasanjo eulogizes late Queen, says she carried herself with dignity.
Yeah, I agree.
We look forward to a prosperous reign, Osinbajo tells King Charles III. And more details on page 2 of the Punch newspaper. We also have corruption ruining Nigeria, fuel subsidy, organized crime. That's coming from Peter Obi, Labour Party presidential candidate. More details on page 18. Senior advocates of Nigeria react as Evans, ex-soldier, bags 21 years. There's a whole lot of reactions.
Like I said, the immediate reaction from a lot of Nigerians was that was so lenient compared to what he committed.
It's not commensurate. More details on pages 4 and 5 of the Punch. Students target Apapa port after airport road blockage. So they are going to Apapa seaport. And more details on page 28. PDP. Autumn warns Atiku. Fayose sues for peace. And that's on page 20.
He's an emissary of peace now.
Yes, Fayose.
Yes, now. Yes. He has moved from his hard stance of you must go now. He's now an emissary for peace.
So how can the peace be achieved?
He has moved from a man of war.
How does he want No, but if he has moved to the realm of peace,
yes,
how does he want that peace to come?
Is it with
Indaboski strategy or with peaceful strategy?
We don't know. We'll see either.
It's all right. Above the masthead of the Punch newspaper, we have Buhari to launch $100 billion SDG financing framework. That's on page 17. NDLEA seizes 194 billion naira cocaine in Lagos, arrests 5. That's on pages 4 and 5 of the Punch. National Assembly resumes 2023 budget, CJN confirmation top agenda. I thought it was ASU.
Well, no, ASU is the House of Reps, handling that. House of Reps led by the Speaker. Handling that. The Senate is looking at...
I thought, the National Assembly also said something last week.
Well, this is the Punch reporting what will be their priority. I think over the weekend, I also saw the fact that they were also going to be looking at the impeachment move. Before they went on recess, there was the impeachment of the president that was also on the table. So I think they said they were going to look at that, but I knew that was going to be... pushed aside. I think more of the budget is CJN, and then maybe ASU will come third. I don't know. Whatever it is, they are back after their long recess.
It's okay. They were paid during the recess.
They paid them now.
Okay. I just needed to...
You know that there are some that even when they are not on recess, their mind is on recess in the house. Sandra.
More details on page 13 of the Punch. And finally from Punch newspaper, Nigeria's second quarter debt hits 42 trillion naira amid revenue crisis.
You see what we are talking about? And then somebody is talking about salary increase. I thought he was just joking with them.
It was a hint. Which
hint now?
It was a hint.
Okay. So we shouldn't take it seriously.
It was just a hint.
Okay, all right. It's okay then.
All right, let's move now very quickly to Vanguard. You're still on to trends in the papers on Mainland 98.3 FM. And the major headline coming from Vanguard, ASU. Travelers stranded as students block airport road. And the riders, until ASU strike is called off, we won't leave airport. Nance threatens to shut down Third Mainland Bridge. Apapa Seaport today.
Again, I as much as we want to be in solidarity with the students, as much as we understand their pains and plight, I think they should tread with caution. They should understand that
they should have done this earlier,
and they should not overdo anything. For me, I think they should be in offices of these guys, not on the roads. Disrupting activities of innocent Nigerians who are going about their normal daily lives.
Yes. I've been to 88 countries. Nigeria is the worst. A traveler laments. Police beg students, say airport routes international corridor. Reps set to resolve government and lecturers face-off. Meet stakeholders in education today. Court rules on federal government's motion to end ASU strike tomorrow. Imo University pulls out, opens for academic session.
Yeah, universities are not on strike.
Imo is?
I'm sure it's a state university. Last week is not on strike. Unilorin is not on strike.
Unilorin has never
been part of ASU.
Has never been part of ASU. All right, so more details on page 27 of Vanguard. Some PDP governors and leaders are working for Pete Tinubu, says a source. and that is
some what PDP governors.
Some PDP governors, some PDP leaders.
If it's a source without name, don't let us bother, Sandra.
But the details on page 5 for anyone that is bothered.
Okay.
Not true, says Atiku's ally. Tinubu names Akeredolu Southwest campaign coordinator. Moving on, we also have presidential candidates. Spokesmen must run issue-based campaigns, and that's coming from Kuka, Lawan, Baja, and others.
What we are seeing so far has not shown that they will be running issue-based campaign. If you look at the back and forth between Keyamu, between Dino Milai,
take a chill pill.
Yeah, okay.
Next week is the 28th. All right, so just
the way Saturday will be from Friday, you will know.
No, sometimes one change.
Okay, let's hope that will change. The way they've started, though, if it's what they've started with, it's rough fight too. We are seeing. Okay, all right, and we also have Northern governors call for state police is a relief, says Southern governors. We are all united on this. Everybody's on this.
Together on that one. Auctioned vehicle, mother, son receive over 1 million naira donations from public.
Good for them,
picture,
all right,
yes, that's on page 6. And we have more stories on Vanguard, but we've treated them from the other papers. So you can get more details if you wish, also from Vanguard newspaper. All right, so we'll take a short break now, and then when we come back, we'll move on to Mainland Focus, where we pick a particular topic, and then you get to be a part of the show. Meanwhile, you're still on to Mainland 98.3 FM, and this is Trends in the Papers. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Thank you very much, Ede Kushena.
Thank you.
Yes, based on the question we are discussing on this morning, leadership position is a great opportunity. Leadership position, we are meant to serve the people, not to create more burden on the people. But looking at the people that be governing us since when they received power since 1999, we are not yet enjoying the purpose of the civilian regime. So, for most of the people who are contesting for 2023, one thing that they should look for us to do that make life more convenient for people in Nigeria. The body they have created since 1999 is enough. So come 2023, whatever anything that they're planning, they should implement it by the time they get into the place of power. At the end of the day, we will see the benefits of democracy. Leadership, it is a great privilege. For those that will use it very well, in the years to come, we will talk more of them. But those who abuse it, and also after they leave power, we will see complain of them. So for my question, my contribution this morning is that come 2023, as their campaign will start next week, they really focus on that. When they get there, it is what they are telling us is what they are going to do, not another thing else. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you very much. Good morning, Barrister.
And Wahid, how are you?
I'm fine, Barrister. Good morning. Fuad.
Yes. God bless you.
Amen.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the major issues, because once you solve those three major issues, everything will fall in place. I think that at this point in time, we should concentrate on core issues, not I will do road or I will do electricity. That's not our problem. Our problem is, number one, accountability in public office. Because with accountability, there will be money available to do whatever program we want to accomplish. Then number two is education. Education. Number three is foreign borrowing. We must stop borrowing. Because if you go a borrowing, you go a sorrowing. Right now we are spending more money servicing debt more than what we are getting. So we must stop borrowing. Once these three core issues are solved, everything about development will be solved. But once you allow politicians to make empty promises, they will compromise you heaven and hell, but there is no money to do all that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Barrister Oko. That's for him. Those are the core issues.
Three core issues that we should focus on. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah. Good morning.
Morning. Power. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
I like you, Suba.
Morning, sir.
Sandra. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Thank you. As far as I'm concerned, Sandra and Power. As far as I'm concerned, and I know some other Nigerians, we're tired of coated mouth. As far as I'm concerned in this country, no matter what any politician says, it's the same set of people. We are tired of coated mouth. What are they going to tell us that we have not had in the past? Let's ask ourselves. I want to do road, I want to do electricity. You see, we're supposed to have gone over that. Do you see that kind of campaign in advanced country anymore? So you see, the same set of positions. Let me tell you, you understand that democracy is upside down in this country. I'm sorry to say democracy, we don't deserve it. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
The refinery we are talking about, the pipeline, most of the what government has is done by military people. So look the record. What have these people done to us? Most of the things they did, the amount of gram, they are solid. That's the kind of politician we have in this country. So democracy is upside down in this country. No matter of what you say. What is the problem? Why did you not tell us in 2015? What do we see? So you see, no matter as far as there's nothing that they will say that I will be aligned with them. let me tell you, let me add this. Based on what you said about Falana. You see, Falana to come to the ear, most of the police we are talking about, their arrogancy, their pomposity is so much. They should tell us what we do. In other words, if a civilian is being molested, he should come to the ear and tell us. Nobody could not be saying he's in uniform and start molesting us. If all of us can we be in uniform? Everybody is responsible. Have a nice day. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much, Haji Super. Yes, we appreciate. Okay, but even as we discuss, the core issues of governance, I think it's also imperative that we also mention the fact that all of these aspirants cannot be said they are blind to what is happening in the country right now. So they know what is happening, because some years ago we also heard the same subsidies a scam
promises
issue. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning to you, Mainland FM. My name is Abiodun Bakari.
Good morning, Barrister Bakari.
Good morning to you, Mr. Fuwa. Thank God for another beautiful day.
Yes, so.
Now, I don't want to be like an average Nigerian that will be attempting to focus on the disease, not on the symptoms, not tracing the disease itself. I can say I want light, I want road, I want health, I want that, but something will have to be put in place to give you that. So for me, I want a president that is going to be truthful to himself. Lies have been the foundation for which Nigeria exists. Leadership lying to itself and denying the reality. I want a president that will be truthful to himself and to the nation. One. I want a president that will restructure Nigeria. For example, the exclusive legislative list has empowered the federal government on many things, and the federal government can never deliver on those things. They only use it to enrich themselves.
So you're looking at devolution of power, right?
Extreme, direct, fiscal, administrative devolution of powers. The entire exclusive legislative list must be shared into pieces, unbundled in such a way that leadership is in the hand of the people. It is at that point you cannot talk of accountability. Because when nobody is responsible for something, how can you say I want accountability? How is the APC accounting to Nigerians? Because everything is in their hands. They are the one that determines whatever happens to us is not in our hands. So I want a president who will come and devolve power. I want a president who will be bold and courageous. We have had hypocrites leading us. People not with the intention of insulting anybody. I don't have anybody in mind. I'm talking generally now. So that Sandra will not come after me. I'm talking about the fact that we need people who are courageous. You don't do to one and abandon the
other. Hello? I didn't do anything.
No, of course, yeah. You didn't do anything.
Hello?
I was actually enjoying it.
Yes, I was.
Okay,
that wasn't me.
Well,
so
but I think he's made his point. Complete restructuring of the system.
Feasibility, though, if it's possible. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. My name is Shola Ogunlola.
Okay. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Oshodi, right away in the traffic.
Okay.
This your first time?
I think so. Yeah. My first time.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Now, concerning the issue at stake, I would like to say vast majority human resources that we have in Nigeria out of the cities where they are redundant to the rural areas and develop the rural areas that will become effective economic centers. Farm settlement, cottage industries. What are they going to do about it? Then somebody said life, roads are not important. Roads and roads are very important.
He didn't say they're not important. He just said that the major issues that can bring about those ones
things we should address them first.
Address them first. That's what he said.
Okay, so we would like it addressed effectively and properly.
Okay.
Issues about electricity. If they say everything, in your review, you are talking about the inflation rate and bringing it down to a single digit. Now, part of the cost for this high inflation rate is because of energy.
Energy crisis.
And which brought up so much when the inputs and the output are not the same people and they are running at loss. Many companies are closing down. If we have stable electricity, so we have the resources. What would they do specifically
with the resources?
We had the example in communication before. We all go to queue to make phone calls. We will be glad if we can talk to our people overseas once in something. If you have it, when we had the card, some of us that have this card to go and make phone calls. We are like kings with some people that don't have. So what are they going to do about that?
All right.
Okay.
I quickly want to mention also that you said Unilorin is not on strike. Unilorin has been on strike. I have joined them or they turn out to take me on. They have been home since February 14th.
Wow.
Unilorin has joined them.
Oh,
okay.
That's interesting. Okay. Thank you very much. That's interesting.
Hello.
For years,
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sandra. Good morning, Fuad. This will be calling from Ikeja.
Good morning, Obi.
Fuad, I agree with you in total. What you said about, the problem we are having is not even the candidate, it's their spokesman.
Yeah.
They are making a lot of utterances that maybe sometimes I believe that their principals are not aware of. They are causing problem for the candidates as far as I'm concerned. Just like as I've said several times, I'm not interested in sweet-coated speeches from candidates. For me, I can copy what Fuad has said this morning
and just roll it out.
Yes, as manifesto. That's why I have said, Fuad, we are going to contribute money and give you so you can go and buy a machine that will test their level of greed, their age, integrity, religious sentiment and biases, level of nepotism, how capable they are, the capacity. That is where I stand on. Because if all these things are not in order, you bring anybody in. It will be like Muhammad Buhari that says that I didn't know that they want to kidnap me. I didn't know that this one happened. That is what. Let us push somebody that is alert. Because if you don't have this foundation, every other thing we're talking is nonsense. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much.
About
those are his
physical
own
fitness, ethnic biases.
That's what's most important.
Fair enough. Again, we need to also talk about
it's important.
The moral standing of all of these candidates.
Hello, good morning. Oh, we lost that call. 091 36 410. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Chandra.
Good morning.
Yeah. My name is Dayo Akiala.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Where are you calling from?
Why? Oh, thank you.
Actually, I'm on the road.
Oh, which area, sir?
Ilupeji.
Okay.
Right. Please go ahead.
I like to give a advice. It can be advice for just like this. It will be, which is my own fan. I don't want to be like those people that we just talk, and there's nothing will be done at the end of the day. Because the past bullying people have done so many things, and yet nothing has been done. That's just the only advice I want to give to him. He should be very, very, very careful for his statement. He talks too much. Thank you.
Okay.
But he has to talk.
But he has to keep talking. Hello, good. Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Oh, good morning, Pastor Ambrose.
Omobola and Fuad.
Good morning, Pastor Ambrose.
We thank God for another day that the Lord has made.
Amen.
Sandra, you are employed there. Did you not know why you are working there? The CEO who set up that place, did you not know why he set up Mainland FM? When you look at Mainland FM, you see the drive, particularly on the current issues, and you see that they are not biased. They know where they are going to. Why? Because they have a focus. Okay, you want to tell me the president or the governor, they don't know why they elected them, Abi? You see, these people, they make promises that this is the reason why they want to come in. When they come in, they start doing another thing. Let us look at, okay, we employ you by voting for you. to come into office and look at critical areas and begin to handle them. But when you get there, you begin to play politics. Maybe after election, politics are over. We know where the problems are. For me, some people have said it, all this talk is not necessary. If I am the governor today, I will look at critical issues. If I am the president today, I will look at critical issues and I will begin to tackle them. There are so many, you understand, but if for instance you start tackling light and there is 24 hours light, you have solved the problem. If it is refineries, you have solved the problem. If it is a Jakarta steel, you have solved the problem. If it is education, you have so. This thing, for me, I don't want us to. Personally, I don't want to look at it from any perspective. Go in there, be sincere, be accountable, be fair, and make sure there is equity. And then Nigeria will make progress. It was the automatic default to progress. So all these things, they know what they are doing. This talk for me, is not going to take us anywhere. What we need is action. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning.
We need action.
Thank you very much, Pastor Ambrose. But before actions are taken, you know,
we must know where we're going.
Good morning.
A very good morning to you, Lady Sandra.
Good morning, Parents Wise.
How are you today?
I'm well, thank you.
Mr. Fuad, good morning to you.
Morning, sir.
Prince Wise, please, can you turn off your radio?
The radio, we're having a feedback.
Èmi ń wẹ̀ yín méjèèjì nílùú ọ̀la, mo ń wò yín báyìí.
On social media.
He's watching on Facebook.
In Ola, okay.
If I'm making noise, God permit me because mo ń wẹ̀ yín méjèèjì báyìí kété.
All right.
We take off for soon, ibẹ̀ ni mo wà o.
All right,
Okay.
sir. Okay.
All right.
You see, all our president is making promises. Yes, politicians always make promises. Now, the one we are in now, they make a lot of promises. But how many did they fulfill? In fact, I always say from day one that this country, the type of democracy we have practiced in this country now, it's not my like. I don't like it at all. Borrow from the system of government.
Okay.
Is it possible now? I don't think it's possible. Because in a constitutional review that just ended for National Assembly, it's an executive order, number 10. The place we have to defend it to be independent. There are corruption of subsidy. The same, nobody like us know that subsidy, but when they come saying, what means that, are you going to this? Look at now. The Ajakuta just electricity that just come to Nigeria now, they are bringing in a lot of equipment. So if all this is continue of the system may not you.
We are hopeful too. We are hopeful.
Hello.
All right. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. FM.
Morning, sir.
Good morning.
Mr. Ford, good morning, and Madam Sandra. Yeah, I ensure this it will not have refused to address in this country. You see, and if that thing, the constitution is very, very faulty. And that's why everybody has the guts to do what he wants to do. China, corruption in China to be executed. And that's why it will still go, it will still be revolving. Some of them may be able to.
But what of the system?
Yes, the system is because if they know what to do at any point in time, believe me, things will be going on as it's supposed to be. Okay. Where the major issue.
Thank you, Mr.
All right, thank you very much.
Plans.
Yes, and the system is not in place to put things in place. All right, you're still on to Mainland 98.3 FM. It's Mainland Focus right about now, and the focus for this morning is people are focusing on attacking of personalities. To you, what exactly are the core issues? I didn't have a shoe. All those things. So what exactly are the core issues of governance that you think we should look out for in the speeches of these people as the campaigns? Capability, accountability, readiness, dedication, and good governance. And the person that will come and work. Forget about past government side. Let's shun out tribe, Nigeria, and that is from Jamiu from Lagos State. Thank you very much. This one says, Abraham will continue to produce income.
I don't know.
Okay, I'll help you. I'm coming.
Okay.
Are you sure Mr. Adeyemi is going to cover? We should.
He's going to be, he's going to have cameo appearances.
Yes, he's just going to be coming in and going once in a while. He's very busy at the moment, and I really agree with Fuad. But most importantly, issue of true federalism.
Yeah,
we should look at our constitution and amend it. Not the candidates telling us what we Nigerians already know. We want true federalism, and that's Adeniyi from Ijede. All they are doing is about their own interest and not the interest of the people. But this time around, we'll choose who will be there for us, who knows what we are passing through. And I believe God will help us to achieve that. Mercies and grace till the next election, because as it is, nothing tangible will happen. It's not as if something tangible has happened so far. We all know this government is below par. Andrew from Yaba, thank you.
Let me start by saying, make the economy better or revamp the economy because it's dead already. Attracted the FBI, we attract to come and action. I was able to hunt them, came to them in the US. I said, you guys should come back home. I think it's also Dr. C and Kobo like that. And we knew how they were able to help with the music industry that, people are enjoying.
They changed the face, yeah.
So, exactly, they changed the face. Songs are now being exported. And then, people now talk about Afro and things like that. The center. You have nothing to benefit from top best. Step away from people way. Make it good. Find a way to. We need to change our constitution. It's not by, I know you, you know me, you are from my region, you are from my, you are a Christian. I don't need all the millions. Let's make.
No, thank you very much for bringing our attention to it's the first statement that he made. The fact if only we can harness and leverage that there was a Nigerian on the lead.
Yeah, so we have a lot.
All right. Good morning, Sandra. I am Bayo Oshiemi from Ikotu. Among other things, I think I want a leadership who can actually support and practice the principle of checks lawmakers, to mention but a few. All right, that checks and balances, because you have a situation where somebody
true federalism too.
You don't want to embarrass someone or something like that.
Yes, please. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, I'm going to bring light. I'm going to improve education and the rest. Those are the usual promises. Because if we could hear somebody then that told us, look, in 6 months, if you don't have light, the government is to stone us. Today, if you ordinarily want to protest, they will send soldiers against you, not to talk of stoning, that they said stone us if we don't perform. So I don't need all those things. I just want, when they come out, they will tell us, look, this is my scorecard of what I was and what I did before now. If you have been in the National Assembly before, then you tell us what you have done for your constituency. Then people come out and attest to that yes, this is true. He did this. If you were governor before, if you were vice president before, give us your past scorecard. Let us start from there. When we know what you've done, at least when you know where you are coming from, you can guess where you are going. You did this for. So I will need them to come and show. In fact, all of them will make fantastic promises. But will they fulfill it? But when you show me what you did before, I will base my judgment on that. I think that's my take this morning. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr.
Past
Peter.
achievements for him. Yeah.
All right, let's look at what you have done before. If not, then that means you have nothing to offer. Sandra and Fuad, I greet you guys exceptionally. Mr. Fuad, I believe you know that intervened since then.
Yeah.
Shebi the NAS usually convene an emergency session, even while on vacation, to address urgent national issues. Why didn't they do that? But because the airport is now involved, they should proceed quickly to the Apapa seaport. No time. They should also go to CBN office. They should block the 3-arm zone in FCT. I'm with Asu and
who is this person?
James Ogbonna.
Ogbonna is calling for anarchy. I beg, small.
Let's be calming down. Okay, it's all right. So what? Somebody have helped you.
Okay.
Yes, because I had to ask for help.
Okay. Yeah.
Technocracy differs from traditional democracy in that individuals selected to be leadership are chosen through a process that emphasizes their relevant skills and proven performance, as opposed to whether or not they fit the majority interest of popular votes.
More like government of technocrats. Yeah.
So, an example of a technocrat could be a central banker who is a trained economist and follows a set of rules that apply to empirical data.
Did you see one joke on social media yesterday?
I don't know.
Where someone said the next CBN governor should be somebody who is trained in financial issues. And then someone said, what of this one that we have?
This one that we have is not.
He said this one is a content creator.
0913600410. Good morning.
Hello.
Good
Hello,
morning.
Good morning.
I'm Mr. Fuad.
Morning,
Yes,
sir.
good morning.
I'm a first-time caller.
Oh, you're welcome to
My
the
name
family.
is Mr. Taiwo Adekunle, calling from Ketukipa.
Okay.
I've been listening to your program and it's very interesting.
Okay.
But then, talking of our politics and most of them have been occupying various offices. They heard us discussing this. They know our challenges, but just that because of selfish reasons, they are not ready to play. So now for 2023, Nigerians should come together as a Nigerian. Forget our tribalism, forget about our religious interests. Let us unite ourselves. Let us fight them where the fighting is necessary. Don't let us succeed our feelings. We should be expressive. We should put our needs on their table. The legislators are our problem. If we put the right laws on the table of this leader, if they are not doing the needful, should be very, very powerful. All these things, the electricity, Ajakuta, industry reduction. But if the laws are not being upheld judiciously, without being biased, we'll get our way. 4 years will soon come to an end. If we start by 2020, by 2020, and Nigerians are dying of hunger, of troubles. And then again, I want to say one thing. Whatever we see that is getting better, let us say, yes, we are facing these challenges, but we notice that this thing is getting improved. For instance, in my own area, NEPA is doing more better now.
I think we mentioned that.
Yes, we are. If they take our life for.
All right, thank you, Mr. Taiwo.
Thank you so much.
I just want to add it to it so that you know that.
Of course, power has been a bit
stable. Yes. All right, thank you so much for calling into the show. Okay, so that may have to be the last call that we're taking this morning, but you're still on to Mainland 98.3 FM. We have some messages and we'll wrap things up with those ones. Good morning. It's Mainland, Mainland, Mainland. That's it. All right. So thank you very much. The problem of our leader in this country is lack of continuity of projects of the last administration, and that's John Sunday sharing his own contributions. We also have, this is Oseni from Ota, Ogun State. One of the candidates presently was in the camp of PMB to 2015 when they promised us then, and their promise does not hold water. That's Oseni from Ota. We also have, good morning, Sound of Lagos. My name is Steve Ikelu from Maryland. As the Lordship pleases, Evans' jail term is only 21 years. Let's hope a government will not come someday and grant parole to some inmates, including notorious Evans. Fawaz said he might appeal this. Fawaz said he might appeal this judgment. I don't know who Fawaz is.
For what?
No. Did you say you want to appeal this judgment?
I know. I said he could. It's possible.
It's okay. Steve Ikelu. All right. Thank you very much. People will be looking at what is not anybody says, but mining of what they say and who is those people supporting them are the group of good ones and group of courts.
What exactly are you reading?
Thank you for bringing me back.
Okay. I was wondering.
I was lost.
Okay. Please come back.
I thought I would get to the point.
Can you please come back home, man?
No, I thought I would get somewhere, but I just kept going.
Can you just come back?
I'm so sorry.
All right.
I don't know what was happening. I have once told you people that if Nigerians can accept Buba Marwa as president, our story will change. It's okay. Zainab is not contesting. Zainab from Oshodi. Thank you very much. But so help all of us.
But at least NDLA is doing well, so.
Good morning, Sandra. Corruption.
How to tackle it?
Is that our core problem?
It's a problem, but I think the way to tackle it is to look at our system, the structure of governance, which is about devolution of power, true federalism, and a whole lot of other things.
That's unfortunate. All right, and then we also have, I still believe Nigeria, a wonderful nation. What we all need to do now after getting our PVC for voting is to make the right decision and know who the competent candidate is. Let us forget sentiment on religion and ethnicity. Let reasonable questions be asked by those who have access or opportunity to meet in one-on-one with these candidates. We just want this coming election to work and work out for good, for the benefits of every citizen of this nation. Noah Ark from Ikeja. Thank you very much as we wrap up with that particular message at the end of the day, because everybody is really concerned and worried for the 2023 elections, that we can't afford to get it wrong. And that's why we're asking this very important question. What are the core issues? Even you out there,
you see that there are too many issues to talk about.
Even you out there, leave the hate speech and the attack of personalities. Oh, you insulted my candidate, you did not insult your own candidate, you insulted my candidate, and all those things. Can we just focus?
It's not a football match,
When it rains, it rains on the entire country. Yeah. It doesn't rain on one region or on one ethnicity.
Or even one person.
Please and please, we'll just keep begging, because we have children that need to grow up in this country, and we don't want them to be at Lagos airport holding people from traveling. Holding people from traveling.
Yeah,
we want them to be in their classrooms. Very important. All right, thank you very much, Fuad Sahid.
Thank you.
We'll come back by 9:45 for Global View, where we'll talk some interesting trending stories on the international scene. But thank you to everyone who joined us via the phone line or via text message on Mainland Focus. But stay with us. It's still Mainland 98.3 FM, and we'll be right back.